Welcome again to my channel, and today we have a start of a new series, destroying internet bases. The first base we're going to destroy is the Town Hall 11 sandwich base. Now why call it sandwich? There's a bunch of walls on one side, a bunch of walls on the other side. I mean, a sandwich is the best you can call it. What flavor is it? Well, there's an eagle artillery and there are air defenses and sometimes seeking air mines, so that's what flavor it is. Anyways, I picked this base because a lot of people seem to have trouble attacking it, me included actually, but this is how you defeat it once and for all. So let's get right into it. Personally, I think the most efficient strategy to defeating this base is through the Pekkasmash. Basically, you're sending the wall wrecker in one straight line all the way to the town hall, opening it up, dumping out the CC, and your entire army will obliterate whatever is left. It is important you have enough boulders for this, maybe 6 or 8 or something like that, because you want the boulders to bounce from the expos, which are a high hit point structure, to whatever is behind it. Now, how do we get there though? I like to funnel the bottom with an electro dragon, which you place at the corner, and the chains will easily clear out whatever is in this path. Funnel the top, I like to put my king on the elixir collector and basically have him go up to 12 and loop back around into the base. You can put a wizard at the dark spell factory if you want, so the king can clear out things faster. There you have it, you have one nice wide funnel, and basically you want to put the Pekkas on the widest part of your funnel so they will walk inwards towards where you will put your wall wrecker. Now you want to put the wrecker not at 8, not at 10, but directly on 9, so that the wrecker can create a straight path towards the town hall, so the Pekkas will use that funneling and stay on that path. But there you have it, that is the general gist of how you can take this base down. There are some funneling problems though. For example, the E-Drag will not be able to clear the cannon or the builders hut there, so it's important you drop a Pekka and have a few wizards behind it so they can shoot over the wall and actually take them both out. Also, these 3 buildings can be a major funneling issue if your E-Drag somehow does not get them. However, if the E-Drag gets it, which you should be able to, it's all good. However, if you just want to be safe, you can always use a loon or a baby dragon to take out the archer tower and work on the wizard tower. Likewise, when your king walks around 12 and goes around, he will leave out the cannon and the builder's hut, which, similar to the bottom side, you will have to use a Pekka to tank and a wizard to shoot over the walls and take both the cannon and the builder hut down. If the inferno is a single targeting inferno, then you will have enough spell space to use bats if you want to turn it into a PekkaBoBat. One last quick thing is that if your wrecker does not puncture through the set of walls beside the town hall, then you are in trouble because the bowlers do not have access to the expos. You will want to pop an early warden ability if your wrecker is like dying, but for the most part there's not a lot of damage up there, you shouldn't need to. You can switch up troops or anything in this strategy if you want, but this is just what I've tested out and found the most efficient. So let's jump right into a war attack. He is using the PekkaBoBat on this base because it has singles, but take a look at his army composition: 4 healers, 4 Pekkas, and 8 bowlers. He starts off with an E-Drag on the bottom, so it can do its work with massive chains. He puts a king on top, a wizard on the spell factory to make sure the king loops up to 12 and back into the base. He starts his Pekka portion already, and yes, the E-Drag and the king do a great work of funneling. Look, when he puts his wrecker directly at 9, the Pekkas are all going to be able to loop inside. The king, because of some interesting AI, actually leers out the CC, and the E-Drag is, it's unfortunate. But look, everything is walking inside because of that funneling. He did not bring a poison, so I don't know what he's doing, but anyways, the wrecker is going to puncture through to the walls beside the town hall, and actually he's going to be able to open up the wrecker and pop the warden ability because he didn't need to use it, right, for getting through the early part of the base. He puts an ice golem and the bats. He freezes up that expo compartment and the king. He is gonna need a freeze for the wizard tower there. And look at how much is left of his army. Like, he still has an extra freeze, he still has queen ability, and he still has 3 or 4 Pekka standing with the healers, still there. And yeah, it's not a max base, blah blah blah, but you can see the potential of this attack against a max base. And even if it had multis, it will totally destroy everything. Waves the freeze on the clan castle, which you should, but it cleans up, and that's a 3-star. Now the second attack strategy is gonna be a Queencharge, and this is just the most outrageous Queencharge you can ever see. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna tell you that this Nyx strategy will not work against single target Infernos. Obviously, you can charge from both sides, but this not only gets the Eagle, the 4 air defenses, but the Inferno, the Sweepers, the CC, and the Queen, all in one Queencharge. And if you look at it, everything destroyed. You can literally just do whatever you like on either side. Now personally, I like to send the Slammer from around 7 to that Archer Tower, and it's going to work its way up along the top most defenses. Don't forget your cleanup though. But realistically, you can send push in from any side, whether it's like a half Pekkasmash or like mass drags or mass E-drags even. It's gonna take the base down all the same because the Queencharge was too powerful. So we take a closer look. How do we set up the Queencharge? You want to place your queen around here where the purple X is, and she's gonna make her way in, taking as close a path to the cannon compartment as possible. The healers you are going to place where the blue X is as far as you can to the 9 o'clock area. And ideally, the healers will take an exact path like that, so they will avoid getting targeted by the multis at all. But I have tried many times and it is near impossible. In order to get the queen to take as direct a path into the core as possible, we have to funnel. And we gotta take out that Archer Tower, preferably with 2 loons. But a baby dragon works. And then you're going to place a wizard where the spell factory is. Because of the design, the wizard is going to be able to move on to the ward mortar and force the queen in. Now I'd like to quickly point out that the Sams right now are able to be leered by a Coco Loon. If the Sams were farther away in, there is no way to leer it. So keep that in mind if you want to make edits to the base. Another threat to your healers can be this Archer Tower. If you don't feel safe, you can get 2 loons to take it out real quick. But every time I've tried, for some reason, the Archer Tower just does not target my healers. Still, you want to make sure you set up a funnel on either side so that your push can run straight through the base to avoid time failing. While the queen is coasting through the defenses, you can put your king down. I'd recommend not using a Pekka and using your king, not only because of the ability, but because, what other use do you have for your king? Similar to the Pekkasmash, you can put a wizard on the dark spell factory if you want to, but the king is eventually going to help clear the rest of the buildings with the queen, and you're going to be able to do whatever you want. Now personally, I like going from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock rather than the other way around, because the troops will go towards the Infernos, and even if not the Infernos, they will go towards the Town Hall and towards the Expos and clear out whatever is targeting them first. Now the very last thing is that where I marked the red is a lot of SAMs and air bombs. Highly recommend you put a few Coco Loons if you're going to start from that side, or even if you're just using an E-Drake to funnel. But this is the main plan, and let's go into an attack. Now we actually have another live attack, and this is the exact pushing army I use when I push the legends. No shortcuts. The blimp has sneaky gobs and a drag, which would not help with his base at all. Anyways, he puts his queen at as far as possible as 9 as he can, He drops a couple of loons for the archer tower. He drops a wizard for the spell factory. Queen is going to be able to loop back for the elixir collector. And the wizard is actually going to be able to destroy the mortar in time. So perfect start so far. Queen works onto the air defense. He starts clearing out the CC. And this is as annoying as CC as you can. But yes, he does. Aside from headhunters, that is. But he does have a poison. Can't really use a Coco Loon against this. You can see. Freezes up the queen. The queen is still unfortunately forced to use ability. But for now, he'll let the queen coast. Breaks through the inferno. He's going to put his king up top, a wizard on the dark spell factory back to the queen. Queen is breaking the eagle artillery, so he's going to start his E-Drake soon. And you can see that even if all the healers actually die out, that the queen is actually fine because there's nothing in range to target her. He needs to put his warden down soon, yeah. His queen is completely fine. He's gonna put a balloon, 2 balloons there, and 2 archers there. He's gonna put the blimp. He's gonna actually freeze the archer tower because he wants all those E-Drakes to go inside, which I don't, it's maybe not completely necessary. Now he has 3 rages and 2 freezes to get through the last part of the base because the Queencharge was OP. Now he is just gonna drop all the rages down because he doesn't want a time fail. But you can see the potential of this Queencharge if it had a better comp and especially a better siege machine. He has 2 E-Drakes, the Warden and the CC Drake left, and 7 seconds. Yes, he finishes up, and it is a 3-star. Now for this final attack strategy, we have a hybrid, or it really is just another version of the Queencharge. Now I have seen people that have put their queen close to 9 and broken through that set of walls, yes, funneled, and basically this gives them the advantage that they can reach the CC earlier and start their hybrid earlier. However, the downside is that you're cutting really close on time. The queen leaves out 3 through buildings, which the hybrid has to actually loop all the way back for. So the way I like doing it, and I find it much better, is start the queen at around 7 and have her work her way up. Of course, funnel the 6 o'clock side, funnel the 9 o'clock side, but the queen is going to break in through the first set of walls and actually reach the eagle and then go in. Then you can start your hybrid from either side, depending on whether you want your queen to move alongside the hybrid or you want them to not leave out anything and meet together at the end. Now, right off the bat, these group of buildings actually are really hard to funnel, and it's hard to make the queen go up to 9. Now personally, I don't really understand why the queen does this, and that's why I personally think the Pekkasmash is much easier, but if you were to modify the base, don't modify that part. Well, how do you solve this problem then? Well, you basically have a funneling troop, whether like a baby dragon and a wizard, or an E-Drake to clear out that entire 6 o'clock portion. And after that, the queen will work her way up. It is very important that you remember to wall break early, before that archer tower goes down. If you don't, your queen will have a huge chance of going around instead of in towards the eagle. Now, it is equally important for the second set of walls to be broken early, because the queen will probably have trodden over the builder hut and the cannon, so the wall breakers will have to target the eagle compartment. While you are wall breaking, don't forget to funnel the 9 o'clock side. A lot of people, when switching up the designs, put a lot of storages here to make it hard to funnel. So if you have sneaky gobs, it is definitely encouraged that you use them here. If not, you will have to invest a bit more, maybe a baby dragon and a wizard, because the Grand Warden platform does do a lot of damage. There is one last thing about the Queencharge section. Let's say you put the queen here. You want your healers to be more on the left because your healers will follow your queen. And you don't want your healers to get targeted by the AD while following the queen. On to the hybrid section. The purple X is where you put your Barb King and Siege Barracks. If you decide to use an E-Drag or use a Slammer, it is all good, but just remember that there are lots of black mines in that position. People do tend to put it there. After that, you are free to go with your hybrid portion. And this will sweep through the base like so. However, don't ever forget that your queen has to leave the CZ before you can send the hybrid in. With your heals and warden ability, remember that there are often 2 bomb towers there, and that there are often double giant bombs or even triple giant bombs in these brown circle locations. And without further ado, let's jump into an example. Now this is a live war attack. You can see how he scrolls around and puts the stuff where he puts it. So he starts off with the queen. He's gonna put the baby dragon immediately. He is using Queen Walk miners instead of Queen Walk hybrid, but it does work out all the same. He puts his healers as far possible to the left as he can without getting them distracted, or targeted by the archer tower. His baby dragon, because of poor base design, is going to be able to, after taking out the archer tower, work on that cannon. And you have the 6 o'clock dangerous funnel done. He wall breaks and rages up the wall break, so they are able to break into the second compartment. Right here, he actually forgets to funnel the 9 o'clock side, which is not good. He drops a couple of wizards. Thankfully, there is an E-Drag, the Clan Castle E-Drag, that is able to stall up the queen while the wizards work on enough. And the queen is luckily going to be able to loop back in. Yes, it was all planned. Anyways, because the CC is leered, he can start on the hybrid portion if he wants, but he still has a minute and 48 seconds, so puts his king and siege barracks. Because this is a standard army, he is able to rage it. He doesn't need 3 rages for the queen walk, right? He sends his hybrid in a line. Warden, remember to set it on ground when you are doing a hybrid or a miner. People commonly make that mistake, but basically the miners are making their way in. He's going to use either queen ability or freeze for that single inferno. Now his miners are kind of all over the place. Nope, they've regrouped up now. He freezes the single just in case. He didn't need to do that, but there's so much stuff left. He even has a extra wall breaker, but anyways, he swags 4 spell space and a Grand Warden ability. It's quite incredible. You have to remember that the attacker is going against single target infernos. If it were multis, and I'm not doubting the attacker, but it would be harder for him to get through the infernos. Oh no, is he forgetting to swag the spells? When he drops his heal down, he can't really drop his rage. That's a rip, but GG. Good 3-star. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it did take a long time to make. If you want more videos related like this, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.